half it does,
mathematically it could, but it's highly unlikely. That's the thing about volleyball.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to Dow High. It's time for Saginaw Valley League Volleyball on MPS-TV Channel 98. Alongside Dave Marsh, my name is Jason Harper, and tonight the Dow High Chargers play host to the Midland High Chemics in high school girls volleyball action. And Dave, it is a great crowd on hand here at Dow High today. We're getting set for what should be a tremendous volleyball matchup, the final Saginaw Valley matchup for both of these teams. And the Midland High Chemics coming into this game under head coach Tim Zero with a 45-10 record, 6-0 in the Saginaw Valley. And this is a Midland High team loaded with talent, 3 future Division I college players on Midland High's team.
Yeah, Jason, that's something you don't see very often is 3 D1 players in the program at the same time. And obviously, talent wins a lot of games, and that's proven to be the fact really the last few years. It's, Midland 6-0 in the league right now, looking to have their second straight undefeated conference season. You know, I'm sure people have read a lot about some of the great players that Midland has on their squad. And you really got to first look at the 2 seniors, Taylor Robertson and Tori Blake.
Both of those players will actually be graduating early in order to get a head start on their college careers, with Taylor Robertson going to Central Michigan, a short trip for her. But Tori Blake will be moving over to Wisconsin come next semester.
Right, Tori will be playing in the Big Ten for Wisconsin, amazing feat. And volleyball fans who have seen her play, it's her 3rd year on the varsity, can understand why she's headed to Wisconsin. She's one of the top players in the state of Michigan. She's the finalist for Miss Volleyball, which is narrowed down to the top 10 players in the state at this point. And the numbers would bear out why. We'll mainly, she is one of the top players in the state with 181 blocks on the year.
Very impressive indeed. On the other side of the coin, we've got the Dow High Chargers under head coach Kristen Eddy. Dow High coming in with a 28-10-5 record. They are 4-2 and in second place in the Saginaw Valley. And the Dow High Chargers, a very young team, only 3 seniors on the team. They're led by Josie Query.
Josie Query, yeah, senior, just an outstanding setter, a 3-year setter, one of the team captains, doing a tremendous job. She's 12th in the state of Michigan on the career assist list with over 3,100 assists. So Josie Query, one of a great player in her own right.
Yeah, both of these teams with very impressive players. We're going to be talking in detail about both of these teams throughout this contest. Right now, we are just about set to go. It is also a special night for the Dow High side of things. It is parent night and senior night for the Dow High Chargers as they play their final home game of this season. This Midland Dow matchup actually a little bit later in the year than what it usually is because districts are on the horizon beginning on Tuesday, October 30th for both of these teams. We are going to turn things over to our public address announcer, Beth Whalen, momentarily. We will have the festivities of Parent Night and Senior Night, meet the starting lineups, and get set to go with high school volleyball here on MPS-TV, Channel 98. Right now, we are awaiting Beth Whalen. Beth always keeps us waiting.
But she does a great job, though, here for Dow High, as she has for many years.
Not only is she the facility manager here at Dow High, and one of the best facility managers that you will find no matter what high school you go to and what area, but she's also doing double duty tonight as well. Take a look at some of the crowd, some painted bodies. That means it's a big game. You know when you see the paint, Dave, that it's going to be a big contest, and we've already seen that with the Midland High Chemics and the Dow High Chargers. Right now, let's turn things over to PA announcer Beth Whalen.
Volleyball team. We thank you for all your help and wonderful support for the Dow High volleyball program. We would like to introduce our parents of the varsity team. Sophomore, number 5, Morgan Zoller, and her parents Dominic and Amanda. Sophomore, number 10, Elena Atten, and her parents Scott and Laura. Sophomore, number 14, Jenna Query, parents Fred and Tina. Sophomore, number 15, Alyssa Stone, parents Jeff and Amy. Junior, number 3, Kaylee Tall, parents Frank and Shelley. Junior, number 4, Carissa Karras, parents John and Jenny. Junior, number 8, Maddie Mantala, parents Tim and Sandy. Junior, number 9, Aaron O'Neill, parents Ted and Jeannie. Junior, number 11, Amanda Hollensack, parents Tom and Sandra. And junior, number 12, Corey Jude, parents Rich and Kelly. Now, we'd like to introduce our senior players. Senior, number 1, Maria Illendine, escorted by her parents, Marcelo and Marina. Maria has played 4 years of volleyball. Senior, number 2, Amanda Green, escorted by her parents, Pat and Lori. Amanda has played 4 years of volleyball. And senior, number 13, Josie Query, escorted by her parents, Fred and Tina. Josie has played 4 years of volleyball.
To our seniors, don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. Thank you for your hard work and your dedication to this program. Thank you for always putting your heart into your efforts and for always putting the program first and the players second. You've continued to help build this program into a great program and something you all should be proud of. We want to thank all of our wonderful parents for all that you do and for your continuous support of the Dow High Volleyball program. Thank you.
The festivities honoring the Dow High parents and the seniors. Midland High did the same last week as they played their final home game. Dow High doing it tonight as they prepare to play their final home game. We are close to getting ready to go with the Midland High Chemics and the Dow High Chargers Saginaw Valley League Volleyball here on MPS-TV. Glad you could tune in. Wrapping up what's been a busy couple of weeks. Of course, Midland Dow football. Hope you had a chance to check out the action with Dave Marsh and Frank Altamore calling that game last week. We've got swimming on the horizon as well. And, of course, tonight, volleyball taking place. And right now, I believe the introductions of I believe we're going to have the national anthem. So we'll pause for the national anthem.
Introducing the lineup for our own Dow High Chargers. Number 1, Maria in the line. Number 2, Amanda Green. Number 3, Caitlin Tulk. Number 4, Carissa Harris. Number 5, Morgan Dollar. Number 8, Manny Mandela. Number 9, Erin O'Neill. Number 10, Helena Evans. Number 11, Linda Olympic. Number 12, Corey Jude. Number 13, Chelsea Cleary. Number 14, Jenna Cleary. Number 15, Melissa Stone. The Chargers are coached by Kristen Eddy. Ladies, let's play volleyball.
The announcement of all the team players as is customary in volleyball, and now we are just about set to go with number 1 versus number 2 in the Saginaw Valley. The Midland High Chemics and the Dow High Chargers. Midland High 6-0 in the conference. They have sewn up the Saginaw Valley title. Dow High at 4-2, looking to gain a little bit of momentum as they head into the postseason.
Yeah, Jason, as always, Midland Dow, it's a great matchup. A lot of added intensity, a lot of added excitement, probably especially on the Dow High side tonight being senior night. It's always special to recognize the seniors in their final home games. And Dow High doing a really nice job of recognizing the 3 seniors, Maria Gillendane, Amanda Green, and Josie Query playing in their final home matches tonight for Dow.
The Midland High Chemics will serve to begin the festivities. Taylor Robertson, the senior, will put the ball into play for the Midland High Chemics. Free pass coming to the Chargers. Nice dig. Dow High keeping it alive with a free ball to Midland. And the free ball goes out, so the Midland High Chemics will get on board, but a nice long volley to begin tonight's game.
Yeah, good steady volley, nice defense on both sides.
That one they're going to say was deflected off of a Dow High player. The Midland High Chemics will get the point as Callie Schloman, another senior, 9 seniors on this Midland High team, and Schloman on her outside hitting position, a couple of good hits early on tonight.
Blake trying to put that one away quickly, just wide, and Dow High is on the board. Midland up 2-1.
Our first chance to see Tori Blake with a hit, but it went wide. So now the Dow High Chargers will get the serve. Amanda Green serving for Dow. And a good hard hit from the middle by Helena Atten. She is just a sophomore. She leads the Chargers in kills, and she picked up one there.
226 kills on the season, 32 hitting percentage. So having a great year as a sophomore.
Into the net, the attempt by Midland High's Taylor Robertson, and the Dow High Chargers with their first lead of this contest. And this is something that Kristen Eddy wanted Dow High to do, serve aggressively and get control of the game. They're doing so here in the early part.
Schloman with the kill. Doing a nice job setting up Callie Schloman. She's a senior. Has 99 kills on the year coming in, so she's hit triple digits here tonight.
Yeah, Schloman now headed to the bench. Mackenzie Whittlesey checked in for the Midland High Chemics. Midland High trying to get it over the net, could not do it. The Dow High Chargers maintaining a 1-point lead.
Mallory Rajeski, the junior setter, it's her 3rd year as starting setter for the Chemics. Tried to sneak one in, but really well.
There's the attempted kill, ends up going long, and this is one of the concerns that Tim Zero had for the Midland High Chemics, is that he wanted to make sure they played error-free. Right now, the Chemics making a few unforced errors. Nice dig, but the Chemics could not keep it alive. The Dow High Chargers with their biggest lead, 6-3 here as we just get underway with the opening set of this Saginaw Valley volleyball game.
Aaron O'Neill finding the hole in the defense.
Josie Query serve just getting over net, kept alive. Both teams keeping it alive, and then Midland able to dump it in to get the serve back, stopping the streak of Josie Query.
Rajeski with the short set to Blake. They've run that many times over the last couple of years with great success, as they did right there.
Marissa Kraut, another senior, serves it into the net. Dow High leading 7-4. The Chargers will bring in a couple of substitutions. Kaylee Tolkien, the junior, checks in, and Morgan Zaylor, just a sophomore, checks in. As we mentioned, a very young Dow High varsity team. Kaylee Talk serves for the Chargers. Nice job by Talk keeping things alive. Another great dig. And they could not answer that one from Tori Blake. Kaylee Todd had 2 great digs, but the 3rd time's the charm. And Tori Blake gives the serve back to Midland.
It's a short middle set again for Midland. We'll see that a few times tonight. There's no question about it. Blake We mentioned a great defensive player, but 382 kills on the year coming in.
Hit it where they're not, and that's exactly what Aaron O'Neill just did. Found an opening in the middle, and the Chargers maintaining their lead. It is 8-5 here in game number 1 in favor of the Dow High Chargers. Jenna Query, the younger sister to senior Josie, checks in and takes her place at the front of the net. Just going out the attempted kill. Back and forth, which is what a few people expected. Some people expected Midland High to control the early part, but Dow High coming out and playing point for point here at the beginning.
Well, Dow High, a very well coached team. They're going to give Midland a run for their money.
Attempted block, not going to work. Aaron O'Neill, the junior, coming up with the kill for the Chargers.
O'Neill, 6'1". You said a junior, first year on varsity. She brings a lot of power to the right side, as we've seen already.
Tori Jude serving for Dow. And a strong hit by the Midland High Chemics. Taylor Robertson coming up with the hit.
Robertson, some of the statistics, 488 kills on the year coming into today's play. 3.8 kills per game.
Sarah Warren serves for Midland. Dow High unable to handle it. Warren will pick up the point for the Midland High Chemics, who creep within 1. It is Dow High 9, Midland High 8 here in the first game of the best of 5 at high school volleyball. Warren prepares to serve again. That one goes long.
Warren, really an outstanding server, as well as an excellent defensive player playing that libero position for Midland.
Maria Illerdane, one of only 3 seniors on the Chargers, serves for Dow High. Robertson with the attempted kill, kept alive by Green. The attempt by Midland going long. The Chemics looked a little out of sorts as they played the ball from Green, and the Chargers continue to have a 3-point lead.
Good idea by Rajeski, just tried for that back corner, just missed it.
Bring it down hard from near the net. Alyssa Stone, the sophomore, picks up the kill for the Chargers.
Heads up play by the sophomore. She leads the team in kills with 209. Also has 50 blocks on the year. Having a great sophomore season.
Chargers leading by 4. And the Midland High Chemics will get the serve back and pick up a point, 12-9 in favor of Dow High. Midland will bring Tori Blake back in to take her place on the left side of the net. Opposite Kelly Schloman on the right-hand side. And an ace by Taylor Robertson.
Robertson leads the Chemics in service aces, 83 on the year. And prior to that, you just saw the power game she had, putting it away from the back row.
A little miscommunication on the part of the Chargers, and that will give Midland another point. It's now a 1-point game. Dow 12, Midland 11. Robertson serving for the Chemics and a chance to tie it up. Slowman coming up with the kill, and Midland bouncing back from a 4-point deficit. We are tied at 12 here in the opening game.
Sloman doing a great job over there on the right side. Doesn't have quite the acclaim of some of her teammates, but she knows where to pick her spots and making a difference in this match.
Nice hustle by the Chargers, keeping this ball alive. And it will result in a point. Give a lot of credit to Josie Query, the senior, running all the way to the Dow High bench to keep that play alive.
And then Jenna Query with a heads-up alert play at the net, give Dow High the 13-12 lead.
Amanda Green serves. Robertson showcasing a lot of power with that kill.
You can see why Central Michigan is excited about her becoming a Chippewa.
Absolutely. Robertson will graduate in December to go to CMU. Tori Blake will graduate in December and go to Wisconsin. And then Mallory Rajewski, a junior, has verbally committed to play volleyball at Eastern Michigan. Dumping it over, and it works effectively, but Dow High's Query, a great job keeping things alive again. Second attempt does not work. Mallory Rajewski, we just mentioned her, and the junior able to lay it in for the Midland point.
Rajewski going to Eastern Michigan, my alma mater. I'm excited about her becoming an Eagle.
Midland High has taken the lead 14-13 here in the opening game. And from the left-hand side, a nice job there by Marissa Kraut, able to pick up the kill.
Yeah, good heads-up play by Kraut right there. Midland showing some good depth along that front line, putting some balls away.
A block at the front, Tori Blake. She is 6'3". Tori Blake coming up with the block, and Kristen Eddy wants a timeout for the Dow High Chargers. Midland High leading 16-13 as we look in at Tim Zero and the Midland High Chemics.
Yeah, Tori Blake, you mentioned 6'3", but she has that great volleyball build, just long and lean and athletic, and really plays even taller than 6'3". She is a force at the front for the Chemics.
Tim Zero, longtime coach of the Midland High Chemics, also has his daughter on the volleyball team. Always a thrill for coaches to get the chance to coach their daughter, and also wearing that famous Tim Zarell bow tie.
That's right. That's right. Tim in his 10th year as Chemic head coach. He's over his long volleyball career has posted 416 wins. So he's been on the winning side many times.
16-13, the Midland High Chemics leading by 3 here in the opening game, and Mackenzie Riddlesey continues to serve for Chemics. Another block at the front, but Dow High keeps it alive. A block that time by the Dow High Chargers. Give credit to Alina Atten, the sophomore, playing strong at the net for Dow High. Josie Query now serving, leads the Dow High Chargers in serve percentage. And a nice job again, Alyssa Stone at the front of the net, able to drop it over. It's a 1-point game, Midland leading 16-15. Just out of bounds on the attempted kill by Atten.
Yeah, Atten, we mentioned before, one of 4 sophomores on the team. They actually have more sophomores than seniors on the Charger roster.
Melissa Kraut will serve for the Chemics. From the right-hand side, Alyssa Stone able to come up with the kill. She will head to the bench with a smile on her face as a couple of Chargers check back in. Kaylee Talt, who had a couple of serving points earlier, now goes back to serve for Dow. Miscommunication, and that results in 1 too many hits for the Dow High Chargers, and that's the second time that we have seen miscommunication result in a point for Midland.
Yeah, just obviously want to minimize errors and not give away free points, especially in a tight match like this.
Laura Heinrich serves for the Chemics. The attempted kill by Atten goes long. The Midland High Chemics now with a 3-point lead, 19-16.
Atten And 6'1" sophomore for Dow.
Nice block, but the Chemics can't do anything with it. The Chargers will get the point back.
O'Neal again for Dow over on the right side. Having an outstanding match so far.
Alina Etten will serve. Nice block, but it just goes out, but they're going to rule that the Midland High Chemics were in the net, so the Dow High Chargers will get the point.
Yeah, Robertson had to hustle to try to get a piece of that ball, but her momentum carried her into the net, so it's point Chargers.
1 point game here in the opening set of this high school volleyball matchup. Strong hit there. Midland High's Taylor Robertson coming up with another kill.
It's tough enough as it is, but when you gets a little misdirection and change of speeds off the tape, top of that net makes it even tougher.
2 point Midland High lead. Mallory Rajewski serves. And they're going to rule it just inbound for the Midland High Chemics getting the point. The officials for tonight's contest, Jack Service is up top, and Allison Dominewski is the referee keeping track of the substitutions down below.
Well, that was a well-placed ball by Rajewski.
Another strong serve in the Midland High Chemics with a 4-point lead, their biggest of the contest.
An ace for Rajewski. We mentioned Robertson leads the team. Rajewski right behind her with 80 on the season coming in.
Inbounds was the kill by Dow High's Josie Query. Actually, they're going to say it was deflected. And it results in Dow High getting the serve. 22-19 in favor of Midland. Power at the top of the net. Taylor Robertson, a couple of blocks, and then she had a golden chance to hammer it down.
You defend her once, defend her twice. Playing with fire if she gets a third try.
Midland High 2 points away from taking game number 1. Midland will keep it alive. Free ball to the Chargers. And they take advantage of it as Morgan Saylor able to hit it in across the court. Dow High not going easily, not expected to. It is a 3-point, still anybody's contest here in the first game.
Saylor, another of those sophomores with a big play.
Robertson picks up yet another kill for the Midland High Chemics, and Midland will now have Robertson go back to serve, looking to pick up game number 1 in this best of 5. Robertson with a chance to seal the victory for the Midland High Chemics. Not so quick, says the Dow High Chargers. Stone coming up with the kill. Dow High keeping things alive. It is 24-21. Amanda Green serving to keep the Chargers alive here in the opening game.
Stone has really shown great improvement throughout this season.
Into the net goes the attempted kill. Dow High Chargers looking to get a little bit of momentum. It is 24-22 as Amanda Green prepares to serve. The block from the middle by Tori Blake, and the Midland High Chemics will take game number 1 by a score of to 22.
Yeah, Tori Blake just showing her dominance in the middle right there. And Chargers with a nice comeback bid right there, but in rally scoring, if once a team gets 24-23 with any kind of lead, it's really tough to come back. You got to play perfect volleyball, error-free.
A very good back-and-forth matchup in game number 1. We're hoping that the rest of the games are just as good. Midland High coming away with the 25-22 contest. Glad you could tune in to MPS-TV. This game being produced by volunteers from MCTV. And if you would like to become an MCTV volunteer, it is easy to do. All you have to do is make plans to come to the orientation, which is going to be on Saturday, November 10th in the MCTV studio. The cost is just $45, which also includes your first year membership fee. If you need more information, call 837-3474 or stop by the MCTV studio, and you can find out how you can become an MCTV volunteer. Again, the next training class will be on November the 10th, about a 3-hour training, and just $45, and you can join us on a sports crew. You can produce your own talk show. You can have a whole lot of fun. And also, in addition to the great help by the volunteer, the lady that you see standing and making her way down the stairs right now, a Midland High volleyball parent, Linda Blake, a great asset to the MCTV crew, as her donation helped make this broadcast possible. So we definitely thank Linda for her contribution as we bring you high school volleyball on MCTV and MPS-TV.
So panning the crowd, just a nice crowd out tonight to see all this action. At game 1, Dow had control early on, but Midland hung tough, got that little bit of lead at the end, and was able to swing command of that first game to take it. And so Dow High, obviously in volleyball, game 2 is a biggie because you certainly don't want to fall down 2 games to none.
Well, one of the keys to victory when we talked to Tim Zero before we went on the air for the Midland High Chemics was not to give Dow High a chance. Dow High had plenty of chances in game number 1.
Yeah, they did, and played well. I mean, that was a good first game, back and forth.
It was.
Both teams showing great hustle and especially showing some great defensive plays. Midland able to prevail in game 1, as we had mentioned.
So the Midland High Chemics with the first game victory, 25-22. The teams switch sides here for game number 2. So the Midland High Chemics will be on the left, the Dow High Chargers on the right. And it will be the Dow High Chargers that will serve. Amanda Green, one of their top servers, will put the ball into play as we begin game number 2.
Well, here we go. Obviously, Dow hoping to have a good start and build back that confidence and maybe put a little doubt in the Chemics' minds.
Waiting for the right players to get into the book. That is the delay. Allison Dominowski checking with the official score to make sure everybody is in and where they're supposed to be. And now we are set to begin the second game. The Dow High Chargers will jump on board first in game number 2.
Good job by at the front of the net by Atten and Query to tip the kill attempt, keep that ball alive, and led to the point for Dow.
Nice attempted dig there, but Maria Illadane unable to keep things alive, and the Chemics tie it up, and they end up getting the serve back. They will bring Mackenzie Riddlesey in to serve. From the right-hand side, Helena Atten continues to be strong for the Dow High Chargers.
Yeah, Atten, we mentioned one of their top attackers, also 158 blocks on the year, including 62 solo blocks.
Josie Query serving for the Chargers. And Query will pick up an ace for Dow High.
The veteran coming through for Dow High. She and her sister Jenna, outstanding athletes, not just in volleyball, in basketball as well.
Query's serve ends up going long. 3-2 here in game number 2. Midland took the first matchup 25-22.
The thing about rally scoring in volleyball, you get a little edge and just one service mistake and it changes momentum quickly.
Marissa Crowd will get the ace as another maybe a smaller miscommunication, but a couple of players going for the ball, and Midland High will take the point off the ace.
Crowd with her 60th ace of the season.
Nice job there by Mallory Rajewski, just a junior, verbally committed to Eastern Michigan, dumps it over, Midland maintaining a 1-point lead.
Big weapon to have a setter in control and can see the other side of the court and know when to put it away.
A block. And a nice dig there by Rajewski. Midland will get a free ball. Missed time to the net, but the Chemics will keep it alive. Nice volley, hits the light, and it deflected, and the Dow High Chargers unable to play it off the light. Not much you can do when a situation like that happens.
Bad break. Give Midland some credit. They played tremendous defense on that rally.
The serve goes into the net, so it will stay just a 1-point contest. Midland High 5, Dow High 4. High school volleyball on MPS-TV. Dow High will have Kaylee Talkt now serving.
Carissa Karras, the junior, into the lineup now for Dow.
The Dow High Chargers will get the point after the 4th hit by the Midland High Chemics, and we're all tied up at 5. Dow High trying to keep it alive. They got to play it off of the basketball nets, and the 4th hit, and well, this is the home court for the Dow High Chargers, but they are not getting any kind of home court advantage. One off the lights, one off the basketball backboards, and the Midland High Chemics have a 1-point lead.
Looked like pinball on that last rally.
Now Midland has to play this one off of the ceiling. They keep it alive. Dow High does as well with a nice dig. The attempt to kill goes out, so Midland will get the point, but Dave, we are seeing a lot of nice volleys from both of these teams.
Definitely, Jason. Just makes, volleyball is just a great sport to watch. The athleticism and the rallies, is just exciting.
At the line, the blocker at the net, Mallory Rajewski coming up with the block for the Chemics. 3-point Midland High lead.
Sophomore Taylor Jensen, number 13, also assisting with that block.
Another block for the Midland High Chemics. The Chargers will keep it alive if they can get it over the net. They do, but it goes out, so Midland will get the point.
Yeah, stellar defense again by Midland right there.
I think sometimes, Dave, volleyball might be overlooked when you think about athletic events that, you know, require tremendous athleticism, but there's no doubt that these are great athletes out there.
Absolutely.
And a block at the net by the Dow High Chargers, Helena Etten and Aaron O'Neill, a great combination. They're going to be around for a couple of years coming up with the block.
I'm impressed with their play. They seem real heady players, but with their size, they challenge Robertson on that one and send it back down.
Midland High leading by 3, but the Chargers have the serve. Another nice block. And a kill that stays in for Taylor Robertson. The senior getting it just in front of the yellow line, which is tough to see on your television screen, but there is a yellow line signifying the volleyball court here at Dow High.
Maddie Mantilla, junior, checks out after serving that last point. Hatton will take her place.
And now Mallory Rajewski will serve for Midland. Attempted kill was deflected, so the Dow High Chargers will get the point.
Krista Karras on the kill for Dow.
10-7 is where we stand here in game number 2. Midland took the first game. Dow High trying to even things up, but they're down by 3. That one deflected off of a Charger, and it will land in for the Midland High point.
Yeah, Taylor Jensen is a sophomore that the Chemics are really high on. She has a very bright future for Midland High.
Sarah Warren now in to serve for Midland. A block at the net unsuccessful. The Chargers will get the point.
Karras once again with the kill.
One of the things that Kristen Eddy wanted was competitive volleyball, and we are seeing that tonight.
Oh, they got that. There's no question about that. Teams are competing at high level tonight.
The block for the Dow High Chargers, Alyssa Stone coming up with the point. The Chargers only trailing by 2 here in the second game.
I'd be impressed with that front line for Dow High with their blocking ability.
Attempted kill ends up going long, so the Dow High Chargers are now within 1.
That's volleyball for you. You know, it looked like 10-6. Midland looked like they were getting control of the match, and momentum changed just like that, and the Chargers are just 1 point down. I
don't think we've seen any team have more than a 4-point lead in the Chemics into the net, and that results in this game being all tied up, 11-11.
Illendane, the lefty server, doing a great job.
And an ace, how about that? Maria Illendane getting the job done. Is that 3 or 4 points in a row for Illendane?
And just like that, Chargers in the lead. There's a good showing student section for Midland High, trying to implore the Chemics to regain that momentum.
Another strong serve. This one the Chemics handle. Off of the net, and the Dow High Chargers will get the point with Corey Jude coming up with the kill. And with Dow High on a swing and a 2-point lead, you got to think Tim Zero may be thinking timeout.
Smart play by Jude, finding the hole in the defense.
That attempted kill ends up going long, and the Dow High Chargers, now they're going to say that it was in.
Yeah, that it just in. It was close. It was one of those tough ones to see, but Robertson painted the line right there and got the point for Midland.
13-12, Chemics look to get some of their momentum back. And they do from the middle. Tori Blake able to hit it over, and we're tied again, 13-13.
That Rajewski to Blake, that play in the middle right there is just so tough to defend.
Robertson serving for Midland. Nice dig by Green will keep things alive. Attempt to kill ends up going long, and the Chemics back with the lead, 14-13. Midland took the first game. They've got a 1-point lead here in the second game. Still live, you play off the ceiling in volleyball.
Short set again. Yeah, Jason, you mentioned when it hits a backboard or whatever, you play off of that, but if it hits something and goes over the net, that's no good. That goes the other way.
Kristen Eddy is going to use a timeout. There's a good look at Kristen Eddy coaching the Dow High Chargers. Great job by our MCTV camera crew. On the other side, Tim Zero talking to the Midland High Chemics. It is 15-13 in favor of Midland High, and this wrapping up the regular season for both of these teams. The postseason just around the corner on Tuesday, October 30th. Dow High will be at Bay City Central in the opening round. Dow High will be in action taking on the host Bay City Central Wolves on Tuesday. And also on Tuesday, Midland will travel to Mount Pleasant. They will play their opening round game in Mount Pleasant, and then everything else in the districts will be played at Bay City Central. The championship game scheduled for Saturday, next Saturday at 11 o'clock.
Jason, don't be shocked if you see these two teams playing again in the postseason.
Robertson continuing to serve. She's been on a roll for the Chemics. That time Dow ready for the short little kill attempt. And changing things up, Midland's Mallory Rajewski, instead of setting it to one of the ladies to kill, she just dumps it over. And Midland High now with a 3-point lead.
Rajewski is just a tremendous setter for Midland High.
The streak from Taylor Robertson comes to an end with the ball into the net. 2-point game, and Dow High will serve.
Rajewski, you just got to appreciate such a heady player like that. Got the physical tools, but just really knows the game. It's impressive.
Nice job by Green, keeps things alive. Miscommunication there results in a carry. That's the first kind of unforced error, first time we've seen the miscommunication on Midland's part.
Yeah, yep, just kind of both went for the same time. When you pull away late like that, it's going to make it tough for the player.
The block kind of rolled on the net, still alive. Nice dig by Midland, another nice block by Dow, but the right-handed kill by Tori Blake. A couple of nice plays on both sides of the net, and Blake comes up with the kill to keep Midland's lead.
Crowd appreciating some exciting volleyball, just back and forth, teams going all out.
And both of our first two games, anybody's contest. And a carry will be called on Dow High, so the Midland High Chemics with a 3-point lead, 18-15.
Stone kind of got caught there. The ball is kind of dribbled right in front of her, and you just have to react to try to keep it in play, but good call by the official.
Marissa Kraut continues to serve for the Chemics. The block by Midland unsuccessful. The Chargers will get the point back, and Dow High will bring Aaron O'Neill back into the contest. They've got their front line in place. Dow High will have Josie Query serving.
Nice job by Stone again with that kill.
That one just out of bounds. That ball had a lot of force coming down.
It sure did.
Go ahead, Dave.
You've got to be impressed with Dow High, just their moxie and just fighting every inch of the way. And just like that, we're tied up at 18.
And Josie Query wasting no time, ready to serve again for the Dow High Chargers. Momentum can be such a key factor in a volleyball game. Right now, Dow has that momentum.
No question, Jason.
And the idea was great. The execution just out of bounds. A good attempt by Marissa Kraut. And Tim Zero is going to call a timeout as Dow High has a 1-point lead here in game number 2.
A lot of times you watch good, tight volleyball matches, and when you get around to that 20-point mark, as we're approaching right here, that's when every mistake is magnified and every good play is magnified as well. And so we'll see which team can come up with those big plays here in crunch time in game number 2.
If you're just tuning in, Midland took the first game, a very competitive matchup. Midland took it 25-22. This second game, more of the same, back and forth. Right now, the Dow High Chargers with the lead, and we expected a good matchup, Dave. We've got 1 versus 2 when it comes to the Saginaw Valley standings, and while the standings won't change on the outcome of tonight's competition, you know that the momentum heading into the postseason is definitely on the line.
Oh, absolutely. If Dow were able to pull this one off, it would just give them a huge confidence boost heading into the districts.
Josie Query continuing to serve for the Chargers. And a nice job there by Mallory Rajewski. We've said it a few times this game. She is just incredibly smart in that setting position.
Well, setters that do that a lot, that just means they have great awareness of what's happening on the other side of the court, and to be able to time that and place it perfectly like that.
Midland High regaining the lead as we go back and forth. It is 20-19. Marissa Kraut continuing to serve for the Chemics. Attempted kill goes long. This is where, if you're the Dow High Chargers, you want to get the serve back and not allow Midland to creep close to that 25-point mark.
No, yeah, you can't go too much longer here. It's just tough to come back and rally scoring.
And a nice job there by Mallory Rajewski. She is playing a great game number 2. It is 22-19, and Kristen Eddy is going to use her second timeout.
It's a good timeout, down by 3, 22-19. Just can't let this lead get any larger. You got to find a way to string 2 or 3 points together and get back in this one.
There you see Kristen Eddy talking to the Chargers. Not a whole lot to say about a 30-second conversation by Kristen Eddy, and you know, basically that focal point is to try to get the focus back for the Dow High Chargers.
Yeah, and maybe break up the rhythm from the serve from Midland. Also, just get them back in there and say, hey, we can do this. Don't get down. We're still in it. Get this next point, and we'll see what happens.
Marissa Kraut continuing to serve for Midland. It was in. They're going to say it was deflected nonetheless for the Dow High Chargers. The timeout working successfully for Dow High. They will get the serve back, trailing by 2 here in game number 2.
Alyssa Stone coming through again, right on the line. Dow needed that badly.
Kaylee Talks now serving. Good dig, keeping things alive. Midland High will get the momentum back. Taylor Jensen, she is just a sophomore for the Midland High Chemics.
Yeah, you gotta like her game. Her highly touted upperclassmen teammates, but Jensen doing a great job. once they had the set over to Robertson there, where she had some space, that was going to be trouble. Well, here we are, game point, Jason.
The Midland High Chemics with a chance to go 2 up. Laura Heinrich for the game. And the Midland High Chemics will pick it up. The attempted kill goes long, and the Midland High Chemics now up 2 games over Dow High, winning game number 2, 25-20, and that puts a lot of momentum in favor of the Midland High Chemics.
Sure does. I mean, it's one of the great things about volleyball is a match is never really over at all till it's over. It's not on clock. And I've seen plenty of matches out at Northwood where we have some great volleyball out there where we've been down 0-2 and you just regain some momentum and anything can happen. You start to get a team on their heels and you can make it happen. But just got to start 1 point at a time, one game at a time.
There you take a look at some of the younger Midland High volleyball players as earlier tonight the JV and freshmen played. The Dow High JV won their match. The Midland freshmen won their contest. So this is the rubber match of the JV
That's
varsity
right.
freshman series, with Midland High leading 2 games to none over the Dow High Chargers.
The freshman match, Midland winning 2 games to 1. It was a thriller. And boy, that number 5 on Midland High, a very impressive player, I would say, Jason.
I was going to wonder how long it took you to give mention. did you promise your daughter that you were going to, work something about her into the game?
If she thought I might mention it, she would promise that I wouldn't say anything. But Kelly Marsh's daughter on that Midland High freshman team. Jason, I was also going to point out on the Dow High roster, the daughters of 2 Charger legends, the Corey Jude Jr., her dad Rich Jude was a tremendous athlete for Dow High, in particular in baseball, where he went on to play for Michigan State. He was led the Big Ten in hitting, went on to play professional baseball. And Carissa Karras, also a junior, her dad John, one of the great tennis players ever produced out of Midland. Had a great career. In his younger days, went on to play at USC and then also played professional tennis. I've noticed those famous names on the roster, and both those gentlemen still strong supporters of Dow High athletics.
When you sit down and think about it, Dave, on both sides, Dow High, Midland High, regardless of the sport, you think about all the phenomenal athletes that we have seen come our way between these teams, between all the athletes and the various players that you end up seeing. Now we're seeing second generation, and
right.
In some cases for Midland High, we've got third generation in some sports that are playing.
Yeah, that's true. And not to brag on my family, and my daughter Kelly's case is her 4th generation of Marsh's. My dad and my grandpa both were chemics.
We are set to go with game number 3 here on MCTV and MPS television. Midland High took game number 1, 25-22. The Chemics took game number 2, 25-20. Midland looking for a sweep in game number 3. The Chargers need a victory in game number 3 to keep things alive. Midland will serve. Taylor Robertson puts the ball into play. And the Chemics will get on board first with Kaylee Schloman. Had a great first game. Schloman was kind of quiet the last time out, but she starts off game number 3 with a kill.
Absolutely. You got to just like the steady play of Schloman over there on the right side.
The Dow High Chargers will come back and even things up. Alyssa Stone able to come up with the kill. And you talked about how young this Dow High Charger team is, as one of only 3 seniors, Amanda Green, puts the ball into play. Kristen Eddy has got to be excited over what's to come the next couple of years for Dow. And Midland High excited about what's happening right now with Tori Blake, the future Badger, with another strong kill.
Yowza. Good luck with that one. That went down in a hurry.
I'm glad I'm up here. I don't want to be anywhere near the force of that kill.
Kidding.
Chargers are going to give a free ball to Midland. And, well, it will count. Tori Blake did not make the contact that she wanted, a little mistimed, but it actually worked out. And in the record books and in the stats, that's going to count as a kill.
Still a kill. That time Atten had good position for the block, but the miss hit caused the ball to drop right next to her.
Great job by the Chargers keeping that ball alive. Another dig by Green, and Midland High into the net. And Amanda Green has done a terrific job all game long of coming up with some great digs.
Yeah, she has. I think actually Query caught the net on that one, so the point will go to Midland. But you're absolutely right on that defensive side.
Midland High building an early lead here in game number 3, 5-1. If you're a Chemics fan, this is what you want to see in the deciding third game. You want to put Dow away, but if you're a Charger fan, you want to get something going and force another game. Midland High on a roll. That time, Marissa Kraut will get credit for the kill. It is a 6-1 Midland advantage. Dow High will bring Amanda Linchik into the game to try to break up the rhythm.
Kraut with 2 straight kills for the Chemics.
And that one dumped in nicely by Tori Blake. It is 7-1. The Chemics pulling away, and this is what Tim Zero wanted to see out of the gate. Did not happen, but it's happening here in game 3.
Yeah, it sure is. Dow's got to get things turned around quick.
And another great block, the combination of Tori Blake and Mallory Rajeski working perfection. Midland High leading by 7, and Kristen Eddy needs to call a timeout to try to stop Midland High on a roll here in the third game.
Yeah, volleyball coaches, you get 2 timeouts per game, and you really hate to use them early. You want to kind of use them to break momentum later in the game normally, but Eddy not really having much choice but to try to get the tide turned here. 8-1, a big hole here in game 3 for Dow.
A reminder that you are watching this broadcast on MPS-TV. For future dates and times of when this will air, you can head online. You can check out the Midland Public Schools website, or you can check out the MCTV's website at midland-mi.org/MCTV, or check us out on Facebook. Communicate with us via Facebook. Become our friend. We'll accept you. We're not going to play Farmville with you, but we'll accept you as a friend. And join us on Facebook. In out, the ruling is going to be a Midland High point.
Yeah, I think that was a little bit wide.
Midland High continuing to be on a roll. Mackenzie Riddlesey having a great day serving the points for Midland. Nice block. Dow High will keep it alive. A great job there. Chargers attempting to keep things alive, but what force. Tori Blake relatively quiet in games 1 and 2. Blake not being quiet here in game 3.
Good job defensively by the Chargers. Maddie Mantala helping keep that ball alive, but then it snuck over the net, and Blake left no doubt.
And the unforced error by the Chargers. Dow High playing great volleyball in games 1 and 2, but it is now a 10-point lead here in game number 3. Nice job there by Dow High. Helena Etten and Alyssa Stone working together to bring the ball down. And for the first time in 10 points, Dow High will have the serve.
He desperately needed something positive to happen. They looked just a little slower the last few points.
And an ace will be picked up by the Chargers. The serving of Josie Query.
Leave it to their senior captain to try to make something happen here. And Stone and Atten again at the net. Blake trying to put that one down, but they would have none of it. Right back, and Chargers gaining a little bit of momentum right back, Jason.
Great combination to have at the front of the net. And that one is going to end up going into the Dow High bench. So the Midland High Chemics will get the serve back. It is 12-4 in favor of the Midland High Chemics. Midland ahead 2 games to none. A victory here will give the Chemics the win. The Dow High Chargers having their backs against the wall, but this is a never give up team that Dow High has.
That is for sure. Yep, just a little bit long. Give credit to their linesman over there. He was right on top of it. But maybe it was tipped or overruled. But anyway, it's going to be Midland point.
Right now we've got a little bit of a delay as the official works to fix the
antenna
on the net.
Megan Sanborn, number 16, into the game for the Chemics now.
And an ace picked up for the Midland High Chemics, who are rolling with a 10-point lead in this contest. Marissa Kraut had a great day serving in game number 2. She just picked up an ace, and she will serve again. Miscommunication by Dow, but the volley stays alive.
Sanborn, we just mentioned her coming in, making her presence felt. Big kill.
Megan Sanborn, she's 5'10". She is a senior, and she is an outside hitter that a lot of teams would love to have on their team.
No question.
And a block. Tori Blake coming up with another block for the Chemics, and Midland beginning to pull away. And when you're a team that can sense that you've got all the momentum and you can sense victory is right around the corner, that just gives you another edge. And there's another ace, Marissa Kraut with a beautiful serve.
Yeah, Midland is rolling right now. And Dow a bit on their heels. They got to find a way to get that momentum back.
17-4 in favor of Midland. And the serving of Kraut hits the net. After picking up a couple of aces, Dow High will get the ball back.
We've mentioned Tori Blake a lot, obviously going to Wisconsin. Mentioned a finalist for Miss Volleyball in the state of Michigan. Very impressive. And we're seeing why tonight.
Nice, strong kill. Compliments of Mallory Rajewski. And you talk about Midland High. We've talked about the 3 key players that will be playing Division I volleyball, but there are several athletes on this Midland High team that are just incredibly talented.
Absolutely. Nice.
There's a kill for the Dow High Chargers. Aaron O'Neill coming up with the kill, but Dow High's back against the wall. And Dave, unfortunately, every team, you've been around a lot of sporting events long enough to know that at one point or another, every athlete finds themselves with their back against the wall. How do you keep the momentum, and how do you try to stage a comeback?
Well, really, it's you try not to look at the hole as much as, hey, let's just try to win this point make something happen and string a couple points together and maybe get the other team on their heels a little bit and out of their game.
It ends up landing out of bounds, so the Midland High Chemics will get the point. Chemics are 5 points away from sealing the deal and going undefeated in the Saginaw Valley.
Man, great serve by Rajewski.
An ace for Mallory Rajewski.
She is having a great night. All facets of the game, really. She's serving, setting, attacking, and she's made her presence felt at the net as well, defensively.
From the middle, Taylor Robertson coming up with a hard kill. Chemics 22, Chargers 6 here in game number 3. And the serve goes into the net, keeping the light on for Dow High, but to be honest, Dave, that light is flickering.
Well, it's really tough in volleyball, as we mentioned. It's 22-7 up to 25. With rally scoring, you just can't make any mistakes at all and hope that Midland makes plenty.
No mistake there by Midland High's Taylor Robertson. Back-to-back kills for Robertson, and the Chemics are 2 points away from picking up the win.
Sarah Warren back in to serve for Midland.
And the serve goes wide, so the Dow High Chargers will stay alive.
Also, Leah Grinwis, number 12, one of those Midland High seniors, got the front row. And Laura Heinrich as well in the back row.
Maria Illendane will serve for the Chargers. Well, miscommunication on Midland's part. Only the second time tonight that we have seen the miscommunication for Midland. Dow High stays alive.
Yep, they do a good job keeping the ball alive and then both looking at each other to hit it, to get it over.
The free pass goes long. It is 23-10. Dow High's Illendane continuing to serve.
So the light's still flickering for Dow.
Now we've seen strange things happen in sports, Dave.
That's for sure.
And this time a long kill by Midland High's Marissa Kraut. And now it is a 1-point game. The Chemics can seal the deal here with the serving of Taylor Robertson. Unable to keep it alive, a nice dig attempt, but instead it went into the back of referee Jack Service.
Stone with the kill, showing good power right there for the Chargers.
There's a lot of people that would like to hit a volleyball into Jack Service, but she was able to actually do it.
We'll have to give her one of those pieces of pizza that Mrs. Blake gave us.
There's the game. Tori Blake with a strong kill across the middle, and the Midland High Chemics take game number 3, 25-11, and the Chemics end up sweeping the Dow High Chargers here tonight.
Blake putting the exclamation point on that one for the Chemics, and Jason saw two really tight games tonight, and then Midland was clicking on all cylinders in game 3 to really leave no doubt.
Absolutely. You said it all. Dow High came out with a great game plan, and that was to stay competitive as much as possible with the strong Midland High team, and they did that. The first 2 games were back and forth. The first 2 games, anybody's game, but game number 3 is where the experience, the stamina, and the talent of the Midland High Chemics came through.
Yeah, no question. So Midland now improves to 46-10 on the year. Very impressive record, 7-0 in the Saginaw Valley League. Dow slips to 4-3 overall, 28, 18, and 5. Pretty good record on their own right, especially for such a young team. Only those 3 seniors, 5 sophomores, and so both teams will head into district play. Midland with a lot of momentum. There's no doubt about it on the heels of their Saginaw Valley League championship. But Dow could definitely make some noise next week in the postseason.
Now the future is definitely bright for this Dow High Charger team. They will now prepare for the districts. They will open up Tuesday, October 30th at Bay City Central. The Midland High Chemics, they're not waiting for next season. Midland High's got a lot of goals and a lot of plans here in the fall of 2012. They want to be playing volleyball for a couple more weeks. They will begin their districts Tuesday night. They will be at Mount Pleasant for their contest.
Yep, and like you said, I think coming into the season, they really had a lot of high hopes for a Saginaw Valley League title, and I'm sure with their target of district title and beyond. But as we know in this rivalry, Dow would like nothing better than to put an end to that dream if they had the chance.
Well, mission accomplished so far for the Midland High Chemics. They pick up the Saginaw Valley Championship. They finish the Saginaw Valley undefeated, and now they prepare for the postseason. In a couple of moments, you're going to see a list of names scroll across your television screen. If you know any of these individuals, take the time to say thank you to them for bringing high school sports to the airwaves. This is done on a completely volunteer basis by MCTV and MPS-TV. So be sure to thank these individuals for their help in putting the sports on the air here on MCTV. Football last week, volleyball this week, swimming coming up as well the fall, and of course as winter rolls around, we've got basketball, we've got hockey, we've got a lot more sports coverage coming your way, and it is all done by the volunteers of MCTV.
Sometimes I don't know if people realize, they'll ask, hey, are you going to do this game or that game? I don't know if they realize this match was 7 o'clock. The crew is out here at 4 o'clock setting up, getting everything ready, getting the cameras, testing all the equipment, and bringing the excellent broadcast that we're able to produce throughout the year. I think it's an element in our community that folks really need to be appreciative of, that we're able to bring broadcasts of this so the students, parents, and the community can watch these events, and it's because of these great people that put all this time in to volunteer.
And if you would like to become involved, there's the telephone number right now, 837-3474. The next orientation on Saturday, November 10th at 10 a.m. in the MCTV studio. The cost just $45, which also includes your first-year membership to MCTV. We would like to also, while we have a chance, thank Bob Wellman and Beth Whalen here at Dow High for rolling out the red carpet and helping us out. The Midland High Chemics coming up with the sweep here in this Saginaw Valley matchup. Midland taking game 1, 25-22, game 2, 25-20, and game 3, 25-11. For my partner, Dave Marsh, my name is Jason Harper. Thank you for tuning in to MCTV and MPS-TV. Have a great day.